Alright, so what's your favorite Canadian beer?
Oh, Pickeroons.
Pickeroons, hands down.
I like Steam Whistle, man. I'm from the place that they brew it, though. So I'm partial.
Pickeroons, hands down. No question.
Pickeroons.
Pickeroons or Pump House. I really like both of those. They're pretty good. So definitely Pickeroons, but in particular the dark and stormy.
In particular.
Oh, and Moose said as well. Moose Green's pretty damn good.
Yeah, Moose Green is a great beer. I
can't get up the microbrew, though.
Yeah,
Once you get a taste for the microbrewed
Microbrews.
stuff, like
Oh, for sure.
you just it's really hard to go back to the factory
Yeah.
stuff.
I really
Molson
like
Canadian.
Wish I had my growler.
Brewed from the best Canadian ingredients.
You should have shotgunned it. Oh, can you imagine? That's how you can open the Theo interview. Like, oh no, Theodore. And just think of air down like this, shotgunning a beer. That's just what we do.
I like tickling his beer. I just wanted to drink that. I don't really like Molson. It was on sale.
Yay, being on tour with
What a
bunch of
mature man.
guys.
Yeah. Crap.
Oh, it's great. We went on tour with 12 guys. I was the only girl.
She's a saint.
Put
It
up
was-
with the most shit any girl
was
could put up with.
A little bit tough for the first leg of the tour. We had to take 2 vehicles. Pardon?
Do you have any brothers?
No, just a sister. But for the first leg of the tour, we didn't have this until today. So we were taking,
I didn't think they knew that.
just in case you didn't know already.
We got a new Chevy, what, 2500? Just stole
But
my
we took 2 vehicles, and for the first part, we took my car. And before we left, I was like, guys, this is a standard vehicle. Some of you know how to drive standard, right? And Jeremy's like, no problem. I know how to drive standard. It'll be fine. And so on the way to Montreal, I'm like, all right, Jeremy, I've been driving for like 5 hours. I just want to take an hour break so that my heel gets feeling in it again. Just drive a little bit. He's like, no problem. Jumps in the front seat. He like can't find the gears, and he's like grinding the gears. He's like, don't worry, guys, can't find it, grind it. It's like Matt's in the car going, Alethea, I think maybe you should continue.
Man, Matt was getting all worried. He was like, Chairman, if you don't think you can do it, don't.
No, what I said was the Trans-Canada Highway is not the place to learn stick.
Yeah, so
It's not a
I
good
just wanna
Jeremy,
see how it
I'm
all
frightened
panned
right
out.
now.
I
You
was
can
just
tell
like,
the tone of my voice.
If you can't find it,
So I ended up driving from like Fredericton to Montreal, to Bathurst, and then Charlottetown, Surrey, and then back to Fredericton.
To Bathurst from Quebec City overnight.
Overnight.
We played a show in Quebec City, and like we finished everything by like 12:30.
Had no place to stay.
No place to stay.
my opinion,
Oh, yeah, here we go.
worst
Friggin' water park.
worst decision
Now let's talk about the water
of
park
the
here.
tour.
Well, you know,
We had planned to go to an amazing water park in Quebec before we left. No, but everyone wanted us to drive all night, and then we got a flat tire. That's karma. That's karma right there.
you know what really happened? The other funny thing though was another similar thing that happened with Jeremy. We went swimming in the ocean, and Jeremy was like, I can swim. And everyone was like, really, can you? And Jeremy was like, trust me guys, I can swim. And we all jumped in the ocean, and we all had to get Jeremy out because he was almost drowning. And like, and Matt was like, are you sure you can swim, Jeremy? Are you sure you can swim?
The ocean is not the place.
The ocean's not the place to learn how to swim.
This was also the point in our trip at Shediac where all of the guys were like, we have this great idea. We're going to take a picture of all of us running
Everyone's gonna
naked
think I
down
can't swim."
towards the water. And they look around, they're like, who's obviously not going to do this? Alethea, you can hold the camera. So I'm there at the camera. All right, guys, go. So they all strip naked, run for the water. So I'm there at the camera. That's great, guys. That was fun, you know, kind of funny. Whole bunch of guys screaming like 12-year-old girls running towards the water.
just a giggle
Worst,
fest.
yes. Really hilarious until they all decided to come back up.
So yeah, and yeah, it should be fun.
Awesome.
I like touring a lot. It's just shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be one of your favorite memories from touring?
Favorite memories from touring. Can I say anything on this?
Of course.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess like sometimes we get a little. I don't want to say the wrong term, but we get a little in touch with our feminine side on tour when we're a bunch of guys together. We kind of get a little, you know, happy to be around each other, I guess you want to say. I don't want to say anything that's rude or, you know.
Yeah.
But basically, we get, you know, pretty excited, and some weird things happen. Like one night we were in Montreal, and it was a night off. We played the night before, and we had the next day. So we're like, well, we're gonna get drunk, right? So why not? So we got drunk in Montreal, and we got all naked. And yeah, it's just like all of a sudden you're naked in front of all your friends, and the Bell Comedians actually the most interesting time was we were playing in Edmundston, New Brunswick, and it's the same thing. We played as a bar, and it was a French bar, and the girl that worked it, she's like, well, we're gonna do the door, so I can't pay you guys that much, so I'm gonna just get you guys drunk all night. So she got us drunk all night, and we were back at the hotel, and we were all naked again, and try to break into the pool, like things like that. I guess is good memories of just like trying to, you know, get drunk and yeah, like the shows were obviously like really fun. Like we played some great shows and great crowds, but there was a lot of just the fun stuff was just like stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
So.
I'm pretty sure Arno Theodore had a naked story too.
Really?
So.
Yeah, they were part of that naked story actually. So
Oh,
it's
yeah?
probably the same one.
Yeah,
Or
I think it was the beach one.
the beach one.
Yeah.
Yes. I was in Moncton. Yeah, we were at my grandparents' beach, and it's a private beach. So we're like, hey, you know, let's take a photo of us all running into the water together. Yeah. So we did. And we were holding hands, and things were flying. And it was great. Yeah.
That sounds like.
That would have been 2002. Yeah, I remember that because it was a big fight broke out backstage after that show. Between Big Sugar and the local bouncers, for some reason. They tried to throw Sean out of the gig.
Yeah, I didn't do anything either. This is the one time I actually didn't do anything. But they, you're gonna want to hear this. I can't remember what it was, but I was talking to a friend of mine, and I put my arm up, and I was, you know, expressing myself, and the bouncer took my arm and threw it down. And I was like, "What are you doing?" You know, he was like, "Get out of here!" And Gordy Johnson stepped in. God love him, the lead singer for Big Sugar, and choked this bouncer. And
they were all waiting outside.
yeah, so then when we went downstairs thinking we were tough, all the bouncers were there, and our tour manager Wiggy got involved, and you know, split the whole brawl. But it could have been bloody, could have been messy. Thanks, Gordy. I love you.